I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow ye will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Oh, the wind was foul and the sea ran high. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. She shipped it green and none went by, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. I hate to sail on this rotten tub. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. No grog allowed and rotten grub, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. We swear by our oath for want of more. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. But now we're through, so we'll go on shore, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her.
Nobody believes that I actually have the most outlandish music library of all time. I can't. You know what I could describe it as? A guy wakes up and just wants to listen to some music. And for those of you who don't know, that is from Assassin's Creed 4. That is Leave Her Johnny, a sea shanty on Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. But other than that, ooh, I think I found something that's going to make me laugh. I don't know yet. This is a story in, I think, 3 parts. It could be more. It truly could be more. But you know why it could be more? It's because I guess people forgot that everyone doesn't think the same, and everyone doesn't worry about the same things. And also in this media climate where everyone likes to think that everyone thinks the same, I think what people need to remember is that whatever you hate, there's somebody out there who loves it. I hate to break it to y'all, but there are people who like the live action Little Mermaid. Unfortunately, there are people who like live action Lion King. Just because you and the ilk you hang around don't like it, that don't mean the rest of America thinks like you. That don't mean the rest of the world thinks like you. And for the slow people who live in these echo chamber bubbles, they'll be greatly offended and be very passive aggressive when you point out that their way of thinking is not the way of thinking until you die. That's kind of a really horrid way to look at life, which brings me to this character. Now, I've only seen clips of this, and my intrigue has peaked because I just see no way out other than this is going to be. How does the song go? We're going on a trip. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm in my favorite rocket ship right now. Now, as it's known, I don't like Batman. I think the character sucks. Spider-Man's better. I think if you're a Batman fan, you essentially just like walking around in the dark like a prowler. You know, Spider-Man has been in way worse scenarios and has overcome them all. And, might I add, does not actively contribute to the problems in his society, you know? That's my nerd take, and that's how I'm gonna leave it. You feel me? You know why I say that? It's because the Joker could be dead by now. You know why the Joker isn't dead? It's because motherfuckers don't want to kill him. Batman could have killed these motherfuckers. It could have been easy. It could have been simple. Could have been perfect. Hot take, Leon, is a take I stand behind. But apparently, Batman has had multiple iterations that have come out. I wonder which one he's going to talk about today.
So DC has decided to reinvent Batman in the brand new series, Absolute Batman. Many people are saying it's amazing, it's a breath of fresh air.
This shit is gas, man. Wrong. This shit is gas. Like, is this what DC meant when they said DC all in?
I'm kind of retarded.
I'm here to tell you if that's the truth. Spoiler alert, it's not at all. It's literally one of the worst takes on Batman ever. Quick disclaimer
I think they're all terrible.
before I start. This isn't some rage bait video. I'm not lying to get your attention.
You are creating a subjective outlook on a piece of media and wanting it to be 100% true because that's what you deem it as, probably without mentioning that, hey, this is how I look at this, which by definition is rage bait. Unfortunately, buddy, you gotta understand that just because you sit there and say, oh, I'm not rage baiting, this is all factual information with subjective fucking interpretations of media, you're rage baiting. You're rage baiting to like a lame degree.
I'm telling you my opinion, which I believe is the truth, that this...
Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Matter of fact, if I just get to a point, can I just play the song? That's what we gonna do today. Every time I hear something stupid, I'm gonna play the song. That's all. I don't even know if copyright will be damned today, but I do know for one day for certain, two things are for sure. I will not give a damn regardless. You know why? Because I'm dirty American and I only care about my American dollar. My American dollar is what matters here. My American dollar is what I value, and I will always value it. That's what you did yesterday. You on thin ice right now. Simmer down. Okay? Just calm the energy that you came in here with. It is 6 a.m. No one's asking for all this fucking energy. Like, nobody. Nobody's thinking, hey, you know what I want to do? Just be energetic. Just like simmer it down.
This, A, is not Batman, and B, is an absolute dumpster fire. This comic is a disgrace to creators like Frank Miller, Jeff Loeb. This isn't the Batman they envisioned. I know it's a different take on the character, but...
That immediately debunks your entire fucking ethos. Like, it's a different take on a character. Much like every other fucking comic book iteration that comes out from all of these people who get into comic books. I'm sorry, you're not getting whatever version of Batman that you think is the best version, which if you type in video, which Batman is the best, there's going to be 15 different videos that will come up all saying a different fucking answer. Oh, I don't fucking know about any of these Batmen. I know, isn't there a motherfucker from Twilight playing Batman now? Batman sucks.
But what this does ruins the character entirely. So this comic strives to reinvent the world of Batman in every way possible. What if a bodybuilder, engineer dude became Batman? Yeah, that's not badass. I'm sorry. I don't find that badass.
That seems perfectly badass. That seems like Muscle Man meets fucking Batman, which seems very much badass. Maybe you don't like it, and that's fine, but you're not the judge, jury, and executioner on as it pertains to media that revolves around checks notes. A dude who wears a onesie with underwear over it. Like, you don't get to decide for everybody what's a good piece of media. They kind of have to decipher that for themselves. We're able to do that by, I don't know, looking at the media and deciding, hey, this is good, or looking at the media and saying, hey, that's bad, or hey, that sucks. That's kind of what you rambunctious assholes did with literally every piece of media, yet you consume every piece of media thinking, oh my God, I'm doing such a good job making, fucking watching and buying and rage baiting over this stupid media. I mean, I'm the cancer patient who will fucking look at media or from a trailer and be like, huh, that sucks. There's a reason why it took me fuck ton amount of years to watch the Sonic movies. It's kind of because I thought they sucked. Now, watching them, I can confirm they do suck, but Knuckles is the best character of the fucking movies. It almost makes me wish that they kept the original design, which, that's my conspiracy theory. That was never going to be the original design. They did that to piss off a bunch of people and gain traction. I will go with that conspiracy theory. I don't care about factual information because clearly no one does anymore, because you fact check something that's akin to busting out the hard R's, I guess, because it makes no sense at all, you know? It's just. But you know what? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Every time I hear something stupid, I'm gonna just play that song and be done with it.
I don't find that different, unique, entertaining. It's just cringy. There's people.
And to the one motherfucker who said it, I just want you to know what you learn about recently, I know about a week in advance. Good try though. And also, Smuggle Nuts never really proved anything. It was just against his fucking. It was a violation of this motherfucker's rights to continue that trial after they dropped it.
All across the internet saying that this comic is badass, it's awesome. This comic literally reads like those edgy 90s comics that every single person makes fun of. It's like a 12-year-old's fan fiction of Batman. This comic has everything. It has horrible, edgy dialogue. It has some pretty gay character designs. And if you can believe it, they managed to race swap another redhead from comic books. They managed to jump in there and turn them black. So after reading Absolute Batman
and turn them black, I'm sorry, but these fucking clearly out of the country motherfuckers speaking on my American media, fucking deport them. Black. I gotta, and turn them black.
Books. They managed to jump in there and turn them black. So after reading Absolute...
What's wrong with being black? Bro, don't you understand that the thing that's wrong about being black is infecting this man's precious media? Don't you not want to offend this man and his precious media? His media is sacred to him. This media is sacred to him. He cares about this. It's his intellectual property that he contributes nothing to besides bitching about said subject. You know? Well, I'm going back to my lecture. Have fun. Oh, for my Twitch people, depending on how I'm feeling, just depending on how I'm feeling, I might just start getting some robot pussy today. Because Detroit Become Human's right there, ready for the taking. Haven't played it in like 3 years. So it's like things are fresh in my mind. Things are not fresh in my mind. So I might get that started just a little bit. Or not. I might just dedicate an actual full stream to that. Not sure how I fucking feel right now. I don't know. It all depends on how much fun I have with this stream. Saying that, like, I can't just turn the YouTube stream off and just do what the fuck I want on Twitch, because that's what I did with The Walking Dead. Literally sat here, was like, do I want to keep streaming? And I just did. I just fucking kept it going. Why? Because I can do what I want. And we spent the next 6 hours, because I think the first hour is just random talking. Like this, the first hour was the bitching about things, and then the rest was just playing The Walking Dead, and that's fun.
Absolute Batman, I think we can all agree that's...
My issue with the new Absolute Batman is the Irish guy talking about his art style. People got to do things to stay relevant.
Scott Snyder can't really write comic books, correct? And this is a fact, proven with every single page of this garbage. There's an abundance of absolutely insane creative decisions happening here. Who, in their right mind, greenlit Alfred's look? What is the haircut? What is the beard? Why...
I'm sorry. Listen, I don't know who Alfred is. What's the problem from his face?
Mind greenlit Alfred's look. What is the haircut?
What's the problem here? Is he malnourished of some sort? Is he not the right? Who knows about these Batman characters? What is the gimmick? Is he like destined to be ugly or something? Is that not how he's supposed to look in the eyes of the comic book fan? Is that it? Is that it? Am I missing a key detail that would only matter if I was a true fan of the Batman? Yeah, he is a wild absolute Batman. It's not even that bad. He's just really nitpicky up the ass. Oh, well, it's a good thing I don't know anything about this, so we can have ourselves some fun.
Is the beard? Why is he an MI6 mercenary with like grenade launchers and sniper rifles? This is straight up cringe. I'm sorry. So.
Why is he a mercenary with grenade launchers? Now, maybe I'm crazy. Wouldn't that be something that the story explains? Like, oh, why is Alfred doing this new thing? What's the backstory here? What's the logic? Ooh, what's the gimmick here? Oh, the gimmick is he's a part of this new adaptation of a Batman series, because how many times can we tell the same story about how the Joker mentally scars Batman and Batman refuses to kill him? I may not know a lot about Batman, but I do know the recurring problem.
So I thought Alfred was bad enough, but then we get to Bruce Wayne, the main man himself. What do you think when I say Bruce Wayne? You think the suave, charming rich guy, which in Batman Year One was originally based off of Gregory Peck. But now in this comic, they're going for something a little different. Let's just take a little glance at what they thought Bruce Wayne was. So this is the page where Bruce Wayne is first introduced. We see him hitting a bag. He looks exactly like Bruce Wayne has for the last 100 years, saying some badass Batman stuff. No fear, no pain. And then out of nowhere, this big hulking transgender comes up behind him and is like, hey bro, I think it's my turn now. And just starts blowing the punching bag across the room with his big fat arms. Now, the character design going on here, he has the haircut of some fat emo transgender kid. And that...
So is it is that the problem? Trans Batman has fucking hit the tower. Is that it? Is that it? Are we just mad at trans Batman? Are you afraid where did trans Batman touch you, Brody? Was it somewhere inappropriate? Or did you secretly like it? Did you like the touch of Batman and his transness? Was it good? Is it good?
That is Bruce Wayne. I'm not joking. That is Batman. Then we actually start getting into the backstory of Bruce Wayne. His parents weren't killed coming down that alleyway and they got mugged. No, instead he's at a zoo with his dad or something, and his dad gets shot. And the idea for Batman comes from the fact that he's in a zoo and he goes into some bat-like exhibit. I really don't know what's going on here.
It seems like you're not really invested into the story, which is fine. You can not be invested into the story. That is perfectly fine. It is acceptable for you to not like the story, but it seems like you're not even paying attention and you're just rage baiting for the fact that, you really don't have a leg to stand on in terms of viewership, and this is going to be the thing that ultimately gets you that sweet traction that you wanted, baby.
What was being smoked in the writer's room, but clearly this comic is all over the place. It's a mess. And apparently Bruce Wayne isn't some rich guy anymore. Instead, he's a working class citizen, working all these different construction jobs, learning engineering. So he's this super genius, and his mother is still alive. So there's no motive to fight that you're an orphan, your two parents were shot in front of you, and you'll never stop on your crusade against crime. Instead, your dad got shot in a zoo somewhere, your mother is still alive, and now you're just working construction jobs. Is this Batman? I don't really know what's going on here. I was shocked reading it. He's walking around like an emo kid, brooding. I don't know what's going on with Batman these last few years, but people need to learn that his hair doesn't come down over his eyes. He doesn't listen to Nirvana, and he's not gay. So then in the story, we learn about this gang of scumbags who have taken over Gotham. Very similar to The Dark Knight Returns, except in The Dark Knight Returns, you had the mutant gang. These violent creeps who were going around stealing, killing. It was really dark for its time. So you think in this brand new comic, this edgy comic, they'll be able to go darker. No.
I think the word you're looking for is die. Up here, look at me, whatever you want, do. Seems like douchey comic book vernacular, which has been an egregious norm for I don't know how many fucking years now.
The people who have taken over the city, the big bad villains, are called the party animals. I don't get it. I really don't. They're wearing like clown masks.
Yeah, bro. Such iconic fucking villain like the Penguin, the Joker. Listen, I'll cape for Spider-Man, but let's be real. Taskmaster, Dr. Octavius, Green Goblin. Who can forget the Sandman? Now, I'll be real. Venom, cool name. Carnage, cool name. Craven the motherfucking Hunter, cool name. But are we really scoffing at Party Animal? I'll do you one better. Black Widow. Green Arrow. I'm going to get hate for this next one. Static Shock. These are when you say them out loud, these are not cool names. These are very boring, very not demure, just boring all around names.
Masks or party masks.
No, Squatchin', it's the Rhino.
I don't know. It's all very messy and stupid. When Frank Miller designed those mutants, they really did look threatening. These party animals? There's no threat here. Where is the villain in the story? I know they introduced Joker at the end of it, but where the...
You just... Sir, I think you just grabbed the gun and just blew your own fucking foot off.
hell is the threat? And now, finally, we get onto the biggest offense of the entire story. Commissioner Jim Gordon is giving a speech to Gotham, and he actually looks like Jim Gordon. He's white. He has the grey hair. He has the mustache. Then the...
God, I swear, every time I hear this, he looks like he's supposed to. White. It's just like... These characters aren't real. It's like, I know I could sleep at night without worrying about the wrath of the internet, knowing that I don't give a fuck about these characters that much. How did you feel when they incorporated Black Spider? I don't care. I said I didn't relate to the character. But you know who now really likes Miles Morales? Me. Still don't relate to him. That don't mean I can't like the fucking character.
terribly ridden villains enter the party animals and they just start shooting up the place. Then that's when we get the glimpse of the best part of the entire story. Barbara Gordon. She peeks her head in just one panel, I'm pretty sure. And she's black. She is black. They did it again. Another redhead character just changed to black. Iris West, Wally West. Are we serious? We're just making them black for no reason and expecting people not to notice or expecting people to tolerate it. But I won't.
Well, people did tolerate it. Especially with the with the Irish West thing, because they were still watching The Flash on the CW, even when they shouldn't have. And guess what? The Flash didn't get bad because a character was black. The Flash got bad once you realize how repetitive this fucking superhero is and how stupid they made him out to be in every fucking episode starting in season 1. Even with the idea and the fucking excuse of he's learning his powers. Fine. Okay. I can walk with you on that slightly. But when this motherfucker figures out his powers and he's making the exact same goddamn mistakes, I get irritated. Because he's not learning. He's getting dumber by the minute.
And I hope everybody else won't either. Black Barbara Gordon just snuck her way in. Why? Think about it from a writing standpoint. She didn't even need to show up in the story. If she did, she should have looked the way she always has. I'm getting sick of this. Can we just start changing black characters to...
I'm getting sick of your fucking teeth. Yes, change the black characters. And I guarantee you, at least for me, I won't care. You know why? I feel like a broken record. fucking fictional characters, bro. I just can't care. I really just can't care. I can't, bro. I just can't. I can't give a fuck. Like I said, I'll give a fuck when it's fucking historical accurate characters like Pocahontas, whatever the fuck. It wasn't. Who the fuck was it we talked about yesterday? What was the name? I don't remember the name. Cleopatra. That what it is. Bow. I'm so smart.
White. Can Black Panther be white in the next comic, please? It doesn't work that way because black people need to be represented. Wait, they've always been represented and you're just shoving them into stories for no reason now. You're swapping people out to make them black because you want to make up for all those years of not being represented. It's a lie and it's a scam. Scott Snyder is an ultra retard. Just look at the last...
That's a horrible edit out of the word retard, buddy.
Fight scene. I won't bring you through the entire thing because I'm kind of getting sick of this garbage even just looking at it. But basically, Batman drops down to stop these party animals. What's the difference to normal Batman? He's basically the Hulk now. His cape has turned into Spawn's cape for some reason because he can like push it out and drive people through windows and walls with it. What
are we complaining about? Wait, oh, no. If there's one argument I despise with everybody who talks about fictional media is when they discover that, oh my God, this media is not real. And they're so greatly offended when a work of fiction does. Hold on, let me check a couple notes here. Fictional shit. I'm so aghast that this work of media is not doing the thing that I want with the varying degrees of all these issues and things. It must be consistent with real life. Yeah, bro. There's a reason why when these villains want to take over the world, they only strike New York City in the Marvel fucking universe.
I don't know what his cape is doing in the comic, and it's really odd. Then he rips off his ears. You know those things on his head? Yeah, he just rips them off and starts cutting guys, throwing them around. Then...
I ain't gonna lie, seems like a badass fucking thing. You know why? Maybe I'm crazy. Hey, come here, chat. Get closer to my ears as I say this. Those are not Batman's real ears. It's like if they did a Spider-Man iteration where this motherfucker has acid webs. What's the problem?
And finally, when I was ready to puke my guts out because it was such a disgrace to the character of Batman, we get hit with this page. This bad guy comes up to him, edgy, cursing at Batman. Get the F out of her way. Batman then takes off his big loaf of bread logo, the big rectangle that doesn't even look like the Bat logo, and uses it as a hammer or something, or an axe, and slices the dude's arm off, with no regard for whether or not he lives or dies. And then just goes, yeah, there's a hospital down the road. You should start running. That's some cringy tough guy dialogue that a 12-year-old would write. And then...
Not gonna lie, sounds way better than what Batman is usually doing nowadays. You know, just standing in front of the Joker and laughing. That is the one scene ingrained in my fucking mind out of any Batman media. It's one of those animated movies that have come out within the last 10 years. Fucker, Joker, committed every atrocity under the sun. He's right in front of Batman, and they just start fucking laughing. I'm just sitting here like, why am I here? Your big bad's right there. Kill him! But remember, it's how I look at this media and how I want it to be solved, you know? And when I don't get my way, I'm very offended, upset, abhorred, and I'm sick of the woke agenda ruining my battle mantle. It's not good. It's not safe for me to be a Batman character. Very offended. Greatly, I'm unaroused. I'm unaroused. Whoa.
And on top of it, Batman then just starts screaming, cursing at this gang. You're gonna have to get the F out of my way. What? What is this? Please, can we stop glorifying it, calling it badass awesome? It's one of the cringiest things I've ever read. So Absolute Batman, without a doubt, is an absolute disaster. It's a waste of paper, a waste of ink, and
Talk about the animated Killing Joke. I don't know. Oh, there's another fucking Batman movie scene ingrained in my mind. I don't know what movies these are. I've never watched them in full capacity. I just see clips of this shit because I love the voice actor of Joker in like these series of movies because that's the same guy who played Dr. Draken. I guess it's Robin in like adult, and he goes to like a diner, and the Joker's there, and he's like, he's like a fixated fucking I'm now clean type Joker, but he's not really clean. And he tells this fucking joke, and this fucker's remembering all the shit Joker did to him. And then fucking Robin's just like, I'll be sure to tell the big man you said hello. And the motherfucker realizes who it is, and he's just like, boy wonder. And this motherfucker Robin just fucking grabs a kitchen knife and just jigs that shit in that motherfucker eye. I'm like, oh, this shit hard. Oh. And this fucking Joker just started laughing. And I'm like, yep. On occasion, I could see something from the Batman world and be like, yep. Now, my hatred will lead me to believe that the rest of Batman sucks. And the rest of that movie sucks. But you know what? Compliment be, how a compliment be. I think you're talking about the animated Dark Knight Returns. I don't know what I'm talking about because primarily, I don't care. Because Batman sucks.
a complete and utter waste of time. Batman is a detective. Frank Miller knew this. Jeff Loeb knew this. He's a normal guy who's smart enough as it is and knows how to kick ass and solve crimes. He's not...
I'm sorry. So what is this?
Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's definitely not some transgender emo kid. So
look, is that a transgender? Now I'm asking because you seem to harp on that a lot, but considering how you've spoken about this thing so far, seems like you're not really paying attention to anything if you really want to. I'm not watching any Justice League shows or movies. Hate to break it to you. He's a billionaire. He's not a normal... No, he's victimized because his parents died in front of his eyes because some fucking reason. But that's part one of this story. Part two is a response from somebody who watched this.
So DC has decided to reinvent Batman in the brand new series, Absolute Batman. Many people are saying it's amazing. It's a breath of fresh air.
This shit is gas, Wrong. This shit is gas! Like, is this what DC meant when they said DC all in?
I'm kind of retarded.
I'm here to tell you if that's the truth. Spoiler alert, it's not.
Hello, I'm Sam at the beginning of that dude's video, and I just picked up issue 2 of Absolute Batman today. Absolutely loved it on my way to work. And if I'm still a for still liking this book, then let this enjoy his own peace and quiet and not have to look at this bullshit. Let me just be real. Like I said, I read this book, was on my way to work, chilled, wanted to see other people's opinion on Absolute Batman. And I did. I went on YouTube and I loved seeing the positive and negatives that people had about this book because I enjoy it, but I know that it's not absolved of any sort of criticism. Not everything is absolute perfect unless you're Arcane, which I watched that and wow, that was good. But I saw this dude's video, thumbnail right here, and I noticed that it had the word woke in it. And it feels like anytime somebody has something to say that it's woke, their opinion is wishy-washy. And
Well, buddy, I don't mean to stop you while you cook it just a little bit, but yeah, them fucking opinion, they be a wishy-washy. Them opinions, they be a wishy-washy. Arcane was perfection. It's what every video game show should be. I've heard about this Arcane. And I want to be controversial and say it sucks, but I don't know anything about it to say that.
Watch this dude's video, and spoiler alert, I did not like his opinions at all. I don't think a lot of people in this comment section like his opinion. But 15 to 20 seconds in, my face shows up. Like, how crazy is that? Like, you're literally watching a random video on YouTube, and then your face literally pops up, and you're just like, boom! Was that me? Like, it literally just happened. It's so out of the moment. And one, it makes you a little bit giddy because it's like, oh, I'm in somebody else's video. That's crazy. But then you
get the crippling realization that, oh, he's talking about me this way in this video. Oh, I don't like it.
remember like the effect of that happening, and then you're just
I couldn't imagine. Like, honestly, I don't even see what Buddy was doing wrong. Buddy was just enjoying. It seemed like from the clips, because this is how we operate here. From the clips, it seemed like Buddy was just, oh, this shit is gas. You know why? Because he found like some new piece of media that people were hyping up, and he said, you know what? Let me give my hard-earned dollar towards this shit. And he agreed that he read it and thought, oh, this shit's fire. Which is kind of how, looking at this type of media works.
it's like, oh, I'm in somebody else's fucking video. Like, I literally spent the last 4 weeks since that video was up of me just touching grass, working, living my life like it's golden, and just
As you should.
just being with people that I love and stuff. Just being a normal human being. And I come back ready to do some videos, and sadly, this is the first video I've done. And to be honest with you, I've done this before where I react to people hating on certain pieces of entertainment because they think it's woke or anything. And I've done that when, Nerdrotic did his whole thing on Blue Beetle and was just fucking racist on that thing. My God, you can check it out on TikTok. It's like, you got to go into the depths of my page. Like, it's so weird how like people who just hate certain things, you just slap the label woke into it and just think that that's
Because they have no actual further critique towards anything. Oh, it's woke. Oh, it's this character because reason here, we don't like it. Is that, how these are the same people who tell like the liberals, find something new to say. Could y'all please find something new to say? Like, it's just getting to that point where it's just old, it's just boring. That's really just what it is in all facets of the imagination. Like, just like how you want your opposition to find new shit to bitch, new wording to bitch about, you also need to find new wording to bitch about.
it's fair criticism, but it's not. And for me, I give them the benefit of the doubt. Let me watch your videos, or let me see what you're talking about when you say something like, absolute Batman is woke. And the thing is that his opinions were fucking trash, man. It was the same talking points that a lot of these types of critiques or content.
You know what's crazy? I'm going to actually amend that. I'm going to actually say, no, his opinions weren't the same. I think they're worse. I think his opinions were boring, stale, not perfection. And overall, it was just like he was trying to be nerd-erotic, but he was too lazy to actually explain a fucking point. He just wanted to get he wanted to get in front of his camera and bitch.
Creators have. They pretty much said that Bruce Wayne wasn't masculine enough, wasn't smooth enough like the old Batman before. They pretty much said, oh, this Batman looks like a goth emo transgender. You don't believe me? Here you go.
And then out of nowhere, this big hulking transgender comes up behind him and is like, hey bro, I think it's my turn now. And just starts blowing the punching bag across the room with his big fat arms. Now, the character design going on here, he has the haircut of some fat emo transgender kid. And that is Bruce Wayne. I'm not joking.
You know what I just realized? You have the same fucking hair, you emo transgender twink. Like, you not safe here? You not luxurious? Look at you. Scrawny white guy with long hair. Boy, I'm certain with all that memorabilia back there, first of all, remove Nathan Drake immediately. Nathan Drake does not belong in this fucking category. Buddy, you got 4 eyes, your head shaped like and your teeth chapped, and you have the same hair. Hold on.
He has the haircut of some fat emo
Keep that picture in mind when you see the next thing.
transgender kid. And that is
Like, what are we doing here? Are we sure? Are we positive right now? Like, we good with this? Like, I don't get this. Wait, Batman is woke? Fuck if I know. I just know Batman sucks. Worst superhero ever. He's not good. He's not great. He's shitty. What type of fucking superhero? What type of superhero puts on a gray onesie and then puts black underwear over it? Like, come on now. What are you? A stripper? Who is this dweeb? Batman rule. Batman rule. Motherfucker, I can fight Batman. See, me, I'm trolling for the fuck of it. You know why? Because I could definitely get away with it. But motherfuckers like this, they just bitch. Also, I haven't said it yet, but now I'll say it. Can you fuckers make your own media? I don't know how many fucking times this needs to be said. Y'all bitch about all these woke corporations that ruined all of your childhood. Bitch, go make some fucking shit. Let's see what you got. I'm not about to demean you for trying. I'm gonna demean you if your shit suck. Because guess what? You'll be subjected to the same level of scrutiny. This is a motherfucking ginger. Why is he talking?
Bruce Wayne. I'm not.
Matter of fact, I forgot to do something. Somebody told me check
So
the
DC
first
is- comment
comment of his video. Transgender Ronald McDonald saying absolute bat. Whoa! Dude looks like Alexi Leo's dirty younger brother. Go back to the movies, man. You aren't built for comics. Is this satire? No, I just think the comic isn't good. You said it's work. It's kind of pathetic. Wait, before you call me pathetic, get your facts straight. When did I call anyone a virgin? If fans allow characters like Batgirl to be race swapped, let us ask who is pathetic in this situation. Have a backbone and stop making up things nobody said. Move on. Okay, cool. You didn't call anybody a virgin. You definitely kept implying transgender. That I kept hearing. Anyone who says woke is insane. Brother man, did you not see the Darkseid red? I can't tell if you're taking the piss or not. You're complaining about the bat thing, but how his parents getting killed in an alley related to bats. Did you forget that Batman? That one Batman with the nipples. Bro! Bros! It's getting bad, bros! His points ain't sticking like he thought they would. It's getting bad, brodies. He's not standing behind any of it. And you know what's crazy? He strikes me as one of those people who thought, because he said, stop. What did he say at the beginning of his video?
Decided to reinvent Batman in the brand new series, Absolute Batman. Many people are saying it's amazing, it's a breath of fresh air.
This shit is gas, man.
Wrong.
This shit is gas. Like, is this what DC meant when they said DC all in?
I'm kind of retarded.
I'm here to tell you if that's the truth. Spoiler alert, it's not at all. It's literally one of the worst takes on Batman ever. Quick disclaimer before I start. This isn't some rage bait video. I'm not lying to get your attention. I'm telling you my opinion, which I believe is the truth. That
It's my truth, and you need it now because my truth is the only truth. No wonder these motherfuckers walk around calling fans racist. Look what they got. Look at this creature. This objectively gross, moronic trans jerk off of her. I never in my life could have imagined a scenario in which, you know what he reminds me of? I think a year ago, I was on Xylee's stream and she brought some twink. And this fucker was just talking and you hear him talk. He's a loser. He's just a fucking loser. Day in, day out, he just breeds loser. You know the type of loser who wants to blame everybody for why he sucks? That type of loser. Never be that type of loser. Just be like a regular loser who just gets rejected every chance he gets and tries to be better at some point and eventually gets better. This fucker tried to pull rank on me with YouTube subscribers, not knowing that if you combine the 7 people that were in that call, I think, I still had more subscribers than all of them. Motherfucker tried to pull rank on me, and he got dumped. F and F follow. I don't remember who this motherfucker is. This is a moment in time that I laughed at and only remember because I saw this creature's face. I just remember I knew that as soon as he tried to pull rank, I was going to have the time of my fucking life laughing. Nothing was going to stop little old Leon from progressing in life, being the cantankerous asshole to people who have no fucking spine to fucking be better at anything. They just want to bitch and expect an outcome to be a 100% success. I told y'all that Penny video, I no longer tolerate any of your fucking excuses. They're terrible. You're just not committed to anything in life. Not your regular 9 to fucking 5. Not a fucking hobby that you want to turn into something lucrative. No, you're not passionate about any fucking thing. It's shame on you. Regret the fact that you're still talking and have the ability to do so. Be ashamed of yourself. I'm nothing but a heartache. Tell me why it ain't nothing but a mistake.
At this age.
All right, we watched that. Now back to this
So
video.
DC has decided to
Crazy, but Nerdrotic did his whole thing on Blue Beetle and was just fucking racist on that
I
thing.
watched this part already.
Killed, raped, murdered, robbed people's stores, and these party animals, they just do nothing silly shit. And it's just like, no, there's a panel in which they actually burned a building.
21K views, 400 likes, brothers cook. No, don't do
So
that.
DC has decided to So DC is.
Wait, I like this one.
Talks about it's not edgy enough because you talk about how the party animals are just bad written villains because they're taking like inspiration from the mutants from the Dark Knight Returns, which great eye that we both caught that. But you're saying that they're not edgy enough because the mutants, they killed, raped, murdered, robbed people's stores, and these party animals, they just do nothing silly shit. And it's just like, no, there's a panel in which they actually burned a building and killed women and children, tons of children. That's already dark.
Oh, who gives a fuck about the children, bro? This is Batman, bro. Where's my Batmaniness? Where's my ability to fucking foresee the future as Batman? I'm clearly a Batman fan, can't you tell? Look at all my Bat facts. Show me the car facts. Show me some car mechs.
Itself, man.
When Frank Miller designed those mutants, they really did look threatening. These party animals, there's no threat here. Where is the villain in the story? I know they introduced Joker at the end of it, but where?
Does this not destroy his own fucking point? Where's the villain? I know they introduced Batman later. Batman. I know they introduced Joker later, but where is the villain? Hello? Am I blind? Was I not in media literacy? Isn't the villain of Batman Joker? Like, did I miss something? Like, is that not it? Is he not the main villain? You know what I'm talking about? I mean, he could be, but I just don't know.
Where the hell is the threat?
There's also points where he talks about like, Batman, he cut this dude's arm off and with no repercussions that person might have been killed or not, or like severely injured. That's bad on Batman. He needs to check on his villains. But then he's just like, this guy's not edgy enough. He's not like the Dark Knight Returns Batman, like Frank Miller's or anything like that. He's not like that dude. Fucking pussy. This is an argument of you just saying, oh man, all this new shit, it's just so new. So fucking new. I like the old shit better, which, in some cases, yeah, old shit is better, but like using that as your argument and saying this is the worst Batman ever because it's a disgrace to the character and it ruins the character, stop it. Stop all that bullshit. It doesn't...
Dead ass, stop all that bullshit. It don't even fucking matter.
Ruin anything. Nothing is ruined. The world is still spinning. Have you ever seen that Charlie Brown special?
But did you notice something, Charlie Brown? What's that? The world didn't come to an end.
Just because you dislike something doesn't mean the entire world is going to explode.
But you need to factor in man with the great boondock shirt. People like that, their world comes to an end when you create media that they don't like. Their world comes to an end, apparently, and the entire lore of a fucking video game is destroyed when a hedgehog isn't face-palming another hedgehog. They lose the core elements of storytelling when you can't see a virtual bat's back because we're more focused on beating the meat instead of telling a story. Telling a story, who could do that? Boring. Sounds like liberal media at it again. Not fun, not quirky, not cool. Boring liberal media. Ugh, I can't see that virtual bat's back. My immersion in the game is ruined. And the fucking excuse that has been debunked several times. Oh, well, if it's nothing, then why change it? It's nothing, so why get mad at it? So now we're at the stalemate of why do you care so much that it's changed and why do I care not enough that it doesn't matter? Oh, wait, I know who wins that. Me. Because I will go to bed. You will fixate on this. Why? Because that virtual bat's back means something very important to you.
It doesn't mean that the character is ruined. Things are going to be fine. But then, the coup de grace of all these types of people's videos is that they say that the biggest sham in all of these different comics or movies or TV shows is that they had a certain black person in there, or they race swapped a white person to a black person. And it literally was the fucking worst thing they've ever seen in their goddamn life.
And now, finally, we get onto the biggest offence of the entire story. Barbara Gordon. She peeks her head in just one panel, I'm pretty sure. And she's black. She is black.
Oh, the dreaded black. It's back again. The blacks. They're everywhere. They're in the thick of the night. They're from the shadows. They're from the walls. They're from the creeks and the crevices of the depths of hell where they belong. Bad enough those blacks were from the reality that I tried to run away from. But these blacks have creeped into my forms of entertainment. My Star Wars, my Batman, my Superman, my DC, my Marvel, my video games. I won't stand for it anymore. Mom!
Speaking of white people, hey Gary,
there's blacks in my Batman again, like a motherfucker. It's good for you, honey. You need that. It's good for your soul. No! I won't stand for it.
We serious? We're just making them black for no reason and expecting people not to notice or expecting people to tolerate it. But I won't, and I hope everybody else won't either. It's a lie and it's a scam.
But hey, as a fellow black, all I have to say, we're a mean one. Those crafty blacks. Dude, really? That's your takeaway? Like, Barbara Gordon was in 2 panels in that entire comic, and you said that was the worst thing to come out of it and say that that's the reason why Batman is ruined? It's an Elseworld story. You just think that everything's just gonna be the same and that it's totally fine? You think everything is gonna be print for print, just your same old Batman, your same old Superman, your same old Wonder Woman, and you just don't want to change anything off? While I agree that race swapping can get problematic, and while I do agree that doing different interpretations of characters can get messy and can get stale when you keep doing it over and over and over like Evil Superman, there is a point where it's just like creativity has no bounds. You can literally do whatever what you want with these IPs and characters, and as long
because they're fiction,
you stay
because they're fiction. Say it
in the essence of what these characters are all about.
Fuck, he's not gonna say
do something that's like really innovative and awesome, then it's totally fine. Like with this Batman, absolute Superman, absolute Wonder Woman, they do that shit. Like I said in another video, it's the better version of Zack Snyder's stuff. But hey, here we are, man. And you know what? All I'm just gonna say this, man. It's like, you could say what you want, like what you like, dislike what you dislike, but like when you take my image and you put it in your video and you call me out of my fucking name through some editing tricks and think that's gonna be okay, it's not. I'm still gonna call you the fuck out, but besides that, it's just like, that's your most viewed video, so I guess it's working for you, fam. I don't fucking know, dude. All in all, read what you want to.
Oh my God, he made a response video. Dear Lord, there's a response video to all this shit. He responded to all this shit. Oh my god. He's responding to all this shit. He's responding to all this shit. Why? Why are you responding to all this shit? Not him. Technically him, because yeah, he responded. Show us the drama. Sorry, I don't have Mr. Beast content. I kind of stopped caring when everybody was just making videos to profit and not really making the videos for substance. But boy, I sure do recognize that. Oh my God, Mr. Beast more likely than not got away with all of it. And you know who I'm going to blame? Every single goddamn content creator who wanted to make a documentary about Mr. Beast, the bad guy. Pegasus, it's your fault. Pegasus apparently fucking put out a community note saying, oh, I wanted to talk to Mr. Beast, but yeah, it didn't work out. Yeah, it wasn't there. Yeah, it's like, you fucking British cigarette. You British fucking cigarette. But we're not done. Because the plot thickens. Because, you know, a rational human being would be like, okay, I have a take about something. It's not really good, but hey, at least we could get some substance going. And he kept going. Absolute Batman, way
worse.
worse.
It seems that I've triggered an absolute horde of gay freaks. I called Absolute Batman
Buddy, you look like you jerk it to trans animals fucking each other. I think you're the last one to be worried about gay freaks, my boy.
cringy gay mess. But it seems I've really ticked people off. There's a mob of nut jobs in my comment section. Not one person making an actual coherent argument. So I said,
yeah, I mean, pot me kettle.
That Barbara Gordon being turned black contributes nothing to the story, and your response is you're ginger and four eyes.
Yes, you're ugly as fuck. What are we aiming at?
No shit.
And then for the nut jobs who actually did respond properly, you still made no sense because you're gay. One guy literally said the two most successful things out of the Batman universe and mythos were Batman Beyond and the Batman 2022.
White privileged ass.
So look, that's incorrect. And you're still a ginger freak. Fixated on what, so far, I've been told is a made-up concept of shit being gay or trans.
Assholes.
What are you even talking about? What planet are you living on? These people have Batman in their profile picture and they call themselves comic book fans on Twitter, when really you're just some gay freak who picked up last week's newest comic and you're defending it. Why? The comic sucks. I'm sure people are having some fun with it, like, I don't know, like crack open a beer and laugh at Bruce's haircut, but other than that, there's nothing really to defend.
I'm convinced this is rage bait. I'm gonna accept it because he's in the same category as conservative women for me. It's like, why are you talking? Put your face down, put your ass up, and make some babies.
Now, in the past few days, Absolute Batman issue 2, the preview of it just dropped. Bruce has modified some massive construction vehicle that he's...
Did y'all see what just happened? What the... Did y'all see what just happened? Did this motherfucker just collapse and it claimed I flattened him? What the fuck? He bailed? I don't even think he bailed. What the fuck happened? What the fuck did he do?
He somehow managed to sneak off of a job site. Yeah, it makes zero sense. Even the people who like this comic are criticizing this. It's nothing like the tank that Bruce created in The Dark Knight Returns. In fact, this one has no purpose. There's no army of villains. Normal Batman could take all of these guys out in one evening. This Batman needs to chop off their arms, take a massive tank, and start crushing police cars for some reason, and then start swearing into people's faces. When I uploaded that video, yeah, I did expect some people to have a problem with it. Then I just click into my notifications and it looks like an LGBTQ pride parade. I ask you over and over and over, give me one good reason why Barbara Gordon should be black. I'm still waiting. There isn't a good reason. Race doesn't matter, man. Okay, then make Black Panther white. Can we get...
Sure, go ahead. I don't care. I don't know how many times I gotta keep saying I don't care about this. Why don't you care? It's an iconic black character. It's a work of fiction. And my life is not that fucking in shambles to where my entire ethos is dictated on a fucking character's skin color. I can go to bed. Like, go to bed. Like, you solve all issues when you go the fuck to bed. Oh, I'm so stressed out from all this fucking beating. Go to bed. Guarantee you. Listen. As people ask me, how the fuck are you like staying level-headed with all these fucking stories and all this shit? I go to bed. There's no trick to this. There's no secret, no ulterior motive, no third eye. I go the fuck to bed. And when I go to bed, you know what I forget? All the stupid shit I saw online, all my problems with you people, they go away. They go away.
Absolute Black Panther, like the absolute version of him, where he looks like Ryan Gosling, please. Yeah, you're not gonna do that because it's the other way around. So,
I mean, we're not gonna do that. That's dictated on what Hollywood wants to do. And if Hollywood wants to make some spoof or do it with the What If series, they could do it. I won't care. You know who will? The asshats like you that are on the opposite side of that spectrum, because much like you bitch about characters turning black, they bitch about characters turning white.
race does matter, and you of all people are obsessed with it. I thought that Absolute Batman was cringy and retarded, but it seems that something else is topping that in levels of gayness and retardation. And it's your profile. Black Lives Matter, Ukrainian, Palestine, I don't even know what the hell, there's so many flags going on.
You know what's crazy? He wants to be the people who make the most money off of saying shit like this, but he doesn't have the vernacular to continue the conversation. All he could do is buzzword, 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 buzzword. He's not saying anything of substance. It's buzzword, 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 buzzword. Could you say something else?
So many pronouns. To me, it just screams mentally ill gay. I actually found some people in my comment section, they found Absolute Batman to be a fun take on Batman. But then everybody else in my comment section was using words like peak, low key, using all these phrases from TikTok. I
can't hear you say that after you then fucking said every single fucking phrase every anti-woke motherfucker says. I can't, bro.
You're some 11-year-old who hasn't read a comic book in their life and is attacking me because you like the way Batman curses. You like the fact that he chops people up now. Just realize that it's some edgy, cringe garbage. And then it happened. A few retards actually thought it was a good idea to come in and ask me, have you even read a comic book? Absolute Batman is badass. You don't even read comics. First of all, before you talk about the quality of anything, read a comic book that came out before the year 1980. And more importantly, second of all, don't start a fight you can't finish, because I'll give you a war you won't believe. So I'm not quite sure you know what that is, but that's Kraven's Last Hunt in a single issue, not a reprint, not a trade that I picked up from Amazon. No, that's a single issue that I found because I actually read the comic books.
Ooh, I'm a collector. Gay! Mundane, boring milquetoast. This is not a substantial point. You have the background knowledge to pick up your wallet and purchase something. Wow, I'm so enthused by this. Now, help me understand something, dear Lord. When you say these things in objective, moronic fashion, and then all you have of substance is, hey, this character's black, edgy, gay, transgender, queer, all this shit that I don't like. Do you realize that you're not really proving a point? Just because you own something doesn't mean your knowledge upon it is very pristine. Just like if you bitch about something on Twitter all day doesn't make you a college professor. It just makes you someone who bitches when you see something you don't like, which is your right, but it's everybody else's right to be as lowbrow and low IQ towards you as you were to them.
I don't just watch TikToks about them, then argue with people online. Like,
you literally did that. You pulled up a motherfucker's TikTok, clipped it, put it in your video, and argued online that the thing that he enjoyed sucked.
Some lunatic. I don't know what they do at pride parades, but over here in the real world, you don't just attack people for their appearance. You actually create an argument that goes against what they're saying, which
So create an argument, please.
none of you did. And the people that actually tried to failed horribly. And to the other soy boys who said that, how does bro know what badass means? How does bro tell us about this? Absolute Batman's first line in the entire story is, love is in the air. What?
I'm Batman.
I am Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm gay.
What happened to the days of Frank Miller's Batman? Welcome to hell. Are you kidding me? This is the weapon of...
So wait, Welcome to Hell is based, but when Batman is saying fuck, it's cringe?
the enemy. We shall not use it. Breaks a gun over his knee. That is Batman. Not, love is kind of in the air, guys. That's a fag. That is not Bruce Wayne. So yeah, I did read the comic, and
He's still not good at censoring his fucking videos.
it's retarded and gay. I'm not going to change my opinion for anybody. Stop calling things badass. If you want to know what badass is, that right there is badass. Not some gay dude saying love is in the air. That is badass. When did Wolverine ever go into a big group of villains down in some dark alleyway and say, now you're going to have to get the F out of my way? No. He says, you just signed your death warrant because he's going to kill you. Bruce Wayne was not edgy in The Long Halloween or Year One, despite what you cocks are saying in my comment section. Bruce Wayne was a stoic Chad. He
So you hit the nail right on the head.
never just started swearing at people for no reason. That's cringy. And you...
There's no gay moments. Where's he getting this shit? He's getting this shit because he watches the Quartering, Ryan Kennel, Nerd-Erotic, and Geeks and Gamers. He's like, he adopted all of their fucking verbiage and created the worst anti-woke collection of videos on the fucking planet.
know it. For the love of God, before you start coming in trying to tell me my own business, first of all, read a comic, kid. You might have heard of it. It's like a book with like pages and
I could smell this musty motherfucker. This is not right.
images in it. You might have actually heard of it. So go read one. Second of all, if you're black and obsessed with Dragon Ball Z, you're not really allowed to talk about superheroes. I don't care how built he is, that he's like 400 pounds and he could beat Goku. No one cares. Go back to Dragon Ball and rap music. And finally, if any of you freaks had a problem with anything I said in this video, nobody wants to see your comment. Go complain to your boyfriend.
Like, I know a fag when I see one, and this is clearly it. This is a guy who never really was able to escape the fact that as his life progressed, he was never going to be able to gain human connection. Now, he spends his life bitching on the internet, and, you know, it's acceptable. It's amazing. I'm so proud of you. The thing that needs to be understood, at least in this capacity, is that I know for a fucking certain that you thought you did your big one with this, and you didn't. And, much like yesterday, I just gotta say it. Virgin! My good. To the comments? Oh, Lord. Do I have to? I can't tell if this video is supposed to be serious or comedy since most of it was just him calling something woke or gay. Only point I could agree on is that modern day slang is modern day slang, but everything else seems like non-issue, especially since the absolute universe is blah, blah, blah. It's a comic book. I'm confused. Is the whole point of the series to do stuff the original Batman wouldn't? Incel rage baiting is a horrible new trend. It's not new. Nah, the new comic was fire. Funny how you're calling people gay freaks too. Hope my enjoyment doesn't ruin your day. Within this video, you continue to say race doesn't matter. If that's the case, then why do you care so much? I was so dumbfounded by everything else. I didn't notice race doesn't matter. Yet he complained. Listen, if you say race don't matter and then you make your entire fucking complaint surrounding race and sexuality, it matters. It matters to you. It matters to you. It's fine. It's fine. I love it when woke people deal with double standards. I also love it when anyone has to deal with double standards. His line is in response to the guy before him hogging the bag. The guy tries to explain himself, saying he's got a date. I'd say that's an adequate response. Y'all know who I don't like? That white girl, Melanie Mack. Because y'all know that word tourist that everyone throws around when somebody like talks about media that they're so an expert on, but someone comes in and they clearly don't know anything. All these fuckers who can't pronounce Rouge the Bat, like Melanie Mack, these are people who like need to shut the fuck up. And a guy who won't tell you about the comic in full detail really isn't somebody that could fucking hold a candle to any conversation. I would rather watch Batman the Brave and the Bold than watch Batman or read the 90s cringe that is Absolute Bat, bro. 90s kid. Dude, Absolute Batman is awesome. I mean, yeah. What is the definition of woke? He's got some comments that are on his side. You got it right. These people have not read comics. I argue the guy you watched didn't read any comic. Do I watch this?
Before we get into this pile of dog crap, I'd like to thank the Midnight...
Hold on. Oh, this is a response to a response to a response. Wait a minute. We gotta get the last part of the story, I think. Let me see something. Penguin and fake comic. Whoa, Penguin was good, buddy. Whoa, nurse. Watch it. Penguin was great. This is what I mean. Motherfuckers don't know how to enjoy anything. And you know what? It just leads me to say the old adage of make your own fucking media. Make your own media. Beat the fuckers who are fans of Batty Man and all them days. You'll be good. You'll be, how the kids say, kosher. It'll be kosher. It'll be cool. It'll be sweet. Sweet. I just want an OG Super Sons back. Well, go make it. Or go read the original shit. That's as best you're gonna get. That's as best you're gonna get. It's like, but you perverse freaks who don't do anything except bitch about the new shit coming out, you can, and I would argue you should, make your own media. I'd argue you'd be better off making your own media. I'd argue you'd probably enjoy life just a wee bit more making your own media. But we must get to another part of the story.
And issue 2 is out, and my expectations were low, but I didn't think it would be this bad. Trust me, the mediocrity just continues. Before we get into this pile of dog crap, I'd like to thank the Midnight Drop for sending a massive amount of people over to my channel with his insane mental breakdowns.
Like, it's so weird how, like, people who just hate certain things, you just slap the label woke into it.
I'm retarded?
Thanks, bro. It's always cool to see some support from the disabled community. When you say I'm scared of black people, newsflash, you illiterate troglodyte. Everybody is.
The best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people.
Allow me to help you out here. The metric of this is off by a hilariously wide, and I do mean wide, margin. You're taking a guy who's looked at the world and said, his issues come from seeing all the crime committed by black people. And you think that this one guy is encapsulating all of white people. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Now, there are some white people who are deathly afraid of black people. And you know what? You got some fucking points to stand by. But over a fucking comic book? Wait a minute. You're seeing Black Batman and you're admitting you're scared of that by using this clip. Nigga, you scared of a comic book? Nigga, you scared of a fucking comic book? Man, no. Man, I accidentally quit the fucking heist. No. God damn it. God damn it.
Just get the fuck away.
You can't stop looting and burning countries to the ground.
You can't stop fucking your own mother and shooting up a school. Like, what are we doing here? What are our metrics?
Next time you're driving to work and you're enjoying your Marxist Batman comic, try not to get robbed or shot by your fellow brothers to create...
Are we all right? We good? The fuck is going on here? The fuck is going on here?
Create an argument. You actually have to make some valid points. You can't just dance around throwing your arms up in the air, making weird noises like you did. It makes you look like a Neanderthal who has...
I gotta believe this is rage bait. I gotta 100% just look at this and be like rage bait. There's no, and I mean no fucking way. I'm looking at this and thinking he's actually serious. I can't do it. I can't do it. And the reason I can't do it is because look at what he's saying and he's ignoring his own fucking words. This is rage bait. I ain't gonna, nah, I'm invested. Rage bait.
Hasn't picked up a comic except Watchmen in his entire life. Stay in your own lane and go back to anime, you low IQ mental retard.
Oh my god, can you fucking censor properly? Like, my guy. My fucking guy. Can we go back to doing something fun, like listening to cartoon openings? No. I'm the one who dictates when we look at those. You know why? Because I don't feel like we only watch those and just spend like an hour on them when we all have had just like a bad day. And I don't think we've all had a bad day.
Anyways, I'm a bit late to the party on this one, because to tell you the truth, I didn't actually want to read on in Absolute Batman, but reluctantly I did. In my mind, I thought that it would have to be better than issue 1, with its edgy dialogue that a 10-year-old would write, and its cringy character designs. But I was entirely wrong. All of that is still here, and also, it features one of the worst drawings of Bruce Wayne I've ever seen in a comic. So some people would call Absolute Batman woke, but I'd prefer to break it down and explain to you what it really is. It's just another mediocre story infused with undeniably lazy identity politics by mentally ill leftists. Let's just get that through your thick skull first of all. Left-wing retards like Scott Snyder love this crap because they get a pat on the back every single time they force a black person into their stories. Just because it's an alternate universe doesn't give you the right to race swap characters. And I thought everybody all
hated the book and still bought it. The thing about hating the book, you can hate the book all you fucking want. My issue is, why give it any energy? Even if you bought it, or if you fucking found like a pirated version of it, why fucking, if you hate it so much, why worry about it? Oh, because it's rage bait. It's rage bait.
Already knew this because they've already race swap people in the regular universe as well. So that argument about the alternate universe is beyond invalid. It's actually just brain dead. And in issue 2 of Absolute Batman, Black Barbara Gordon shows up once again. But this time she actually gets to speak and she's insufferable. We get this scene where Jim Gordon, Harvey Bullock and Black Barbara are all in the hospital with Gordon after the pathetic party animals attack. Harvey Bullock is some dumbass who wants to arrest Batman, and Black Barbara has to step in and school him. Remember that part in Batman Year 1 where Jim Gordon and the entire police force are planning to capture Batman and arrest him, and then some race swapped token black stepped in and told everybody the truth? Me neither. Why was that? Oh yeah, it's because Frank Miller can actually write, unlike most people working in comics today. So then Martha Wayne...
So go work in comics and show them you know better.
who should be dead by the way, comes to visit Jim Gordon in the hospital. Why is she in the story again? I have a prediction as to why they'd leave Martha Wayne alive in this universe. Maybe it's so later on she can become some well-known villain as a big plot twist. But that's just what I'm thinking. I don't know any other reason why she should actually be in the story. Anyways, then we get to one of the most annoying parts in this comic. Martha Wayne comes in and asks, how's Gordon doing? Gordon, like a normal human being, tries to respond and instead gets interrupted by this stupid bitch. It turns out she was talking to Babs instead. What? What in the name of Jesus Christ am I reading? Why is this
A comic book.
cringe dialogue included in the comic? If you can't see why this comic is unbelievably cringy, then I don't know what's wrong with you. But as a
I'll tell you what's wrong with me. I'm someone who would like to consume media that I enjoy for myself instead of trusting the word of somebody who can't really enunciate black without really stressing his fucking throat. It's not really something that would be beneficial to my well-being, knowing and seeing that, hey, this half pint is really fixated on the media now that has gotten him the most traction. So be prepared to see way more of it in indiscriminate ways that make no sense.
continues, I actually think this scene is one of the better ones in the comic. Jim Gordon and Martha Wayne share a cigarette whilst talking about the death of Thomas Wayne. Just when I thought this story wasn't actually that bad, then we get this flashback of young Bruce staying inside and not going out with his friends. His mother tries to help him out saying, man, just go outside. And then, wouldn't you know it, he starts screaming into her face. This might be some sort of habit for this universe's Bruce Wayne. When you don't like something, flip out like a retard and start yelling and cursing. What?
I think the greatest offense of this fucking video is this motherfucker not knowing how to censor words. It's moronic. The word's still there. You absolute bellend. It's just nigga. You need to fucking mute the whole clip. The whole section you did fucking cut in to put that bleep. You mute the volume. Jesus.
What happened to the stoic Batman? I don't care, alternate universe or not. He doesn't resemble Batman or Bruce Wayne in any way. At the very end of this issue,
Yeah, bro, was that rich billionaire who's just gonna fucking sit there and just beat the fuck out of the Joker that leave. Such a compelling character.
we get another flashback of young Bruce. Young Selina
What am I watching? The death of media literacy as told by a scrawny white guy who thinks he knows everything about telling a great story, but is drastically too chicken shit to make his own story because he doesn't want to face the wrath and scrutiny of online criticism, much like every other motherfucker who wants to start a business, but they only want it for their echo chamber because keeping it in-house is better than letting the world see it because the world's going to criticize it and make fun of me.
Kyle comes to visit Bruce. And am I the only one who despises this backstory for Batman? In the TV show Gotham as well, they did the same cringy storyline. When they did that before, it sucked horribly. And if that's what we're getting here, this comic is going to reach a new level of crap. And then we get to the art. So I understand being abstract and your art being a little unorthodox. Just look at Tim Sale's art on Batman. Sure, it can look a bit weird at times, but it never feels out of place because that was the style in which Tim Sale drew. Rest in peace, by the way, to that absolute comics legend. But in this comic, there's no set abstract art style. The whole comic is totally normal, except for just 2 panels. Now, when I first saw these, I had to spend 40 minutes picking myself back up off the ground.
So I guess I'm supposed to see some fucking art that is not a style you like and it's something that took you 40 minutes to get off the ground. I could spot a joke from a mile away, by the way. I know he wasn't just sitting there for 40 minutes. I'm certain he just saw some art he didn't like and it was just like, what the fuck? Which is a normal fucking reaction. But now I want to see the art. Now, all the fucking time I talk like I know what I'm about to see. I swear to you, I don't know.
And wiping away the tears of laughter. The first one occurs when Bruce Wayne confronts Joe Chill in prison. Alfred, who still looks idiotic by the way, is watching them and narrating. What he says to Chill, I don't know, but I can only imagine. Oh yeah, this is gonna be badass. I wonder what Bruce is, oh my sweet mother of God. Who hit Robert Pattinson with a bus? You couldn't have redone this one panel Really? And look at what we got. If you read Walt Simonson Thor, you see great use of shadows in the art. This is the exact opposite of that. He looks less like a wealthy gentleman and more like My Chemical Romance. The second instance of unforgivably bad art is in this scene where Bruce is...
So look, was that art bad for you? You watching this live stream right now, was that art that fucking bad? Was it that drastic? Was it really an outcome that you could not foresee or understand? Because when I see the art, I just don't care. I unfortunately just don't care.
sitting down playing poker with his friends. By the way, his friends...
If y'all think that's bad, there's this anime called Blue Lock that's absolutely terrible.
These are all Batman villains as well, which I suppose isn't the worst idea, but it's still a bit goofy to listen to Harvey make 1,000 puns about coins and being two-faced. We get it. Now stop it. It's painful to read. Now once again, I don't know what the artist was smoking, but goddamn, what is going on here? Bruce literally looks like Frankenstein. What's up with his forehead? You couldn't have went back and redrew that? You actually left that in? I know I'm gonna get some nutjob TikTok kids commenting on this video, saying, bro, you can't comment on appearances. Just look at yourself in the mirror. For Forget about me for just 1 second. This is Bruce Wayne we're talking about. It doesn't matter if I'm four-eyed or ginger. This is Batman. He shouldn't look like a monkey. As this dumpster fire continues, we get an insane amount of unnecessary swearing out of everybody in the story. And the highlight of the crappy writing is when Alfred starts talking about his military tactics. Advance forward, retreat and regroup. It all comes off like a load of...
Do he draw comic book art? I'm gonna go with the strong no.
Jargon. And what it results in is Alfred saying that maybe Batman doesn't retreat and regroup. Maybe he's just one advance forward. Batman AF. What? What does this...
Alright, I'll cop. That's fucking obscenely fucking... Batman AF should never be something I hear about a fucking comic book character. I don't give a fuck what comic book fucking character you talk about. Spider-Man AF, nope. Iron Man AF, nope. Green Goblin AF, nope. Nope. Finally, you said something that had some substance behind it. Like, finally. I was waiting on it. I knew you would hit something. But boy, that does not help.
What does this even mean? Can anybody explain it? Batman advance forward. Nope. That doesn't make sense. I'm being genuine here. No satire. What is he talking about? And more importantly, is it needed in the story? Batman ends this issue by crushing a load of cop cars with his massive construction vehicle Batmobile. He also led the party animals up to the top of a skyscraper and then blew it up. I don't care what anybody says. Stop making excuses. He just blew them up with no regard for their lives. I wouldn't care.
This might be my type of Batman story. This motherfucker just killed these motherfuckers for the fuck of it. This might be my fucking Batman story. Because y'all know I hate Batman. I hate Batman. Y'all know it. Ain't no secret. It will never not be a secret that I despise, loathe, have hatred for Batman. Because he's a pussy. But you're telling me this motherfucker's killing without regard? Might be my type of Batman right here. This might be my trick to the trade. This might actually fucking be Batman doing something for his city while still destroying it, but fuck it. He does that anyway.
Care about this if it was...
My big theory is that he and the Joker are all in on it.
Established that in this universe, Batman does kill. But no, Scott Snyder went out of his way in issue 1 to mention the fact that he's non-lethal. So none of this makes sense. Stop typing your angry comments and just look at the damn page. That cop car is like 80 feet in the air. What's going on? I thought he was non-lethal. Nope, he's just blowing cop cars 80 feet up into the air, blowing up buildings, and then walking around like he's Gandhi. This Batman Batman is a genocidal maniac, but then at the same time, a non-lethal pacifist. I'm sick and tired of this trash, and I'm done giving it a pass. It's not even well written or drawn. If you call yourself a
So what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna make something new, or are you just gonna, every time a new issue comes out, you're gonna buy it or consume it and give it free promo?
comic fan, you should be reading older and better comics. If not, then go back to anime and the movies. I've triggered so many people by just having an opinion about this comic. Let's stop.
When people use the word triggered, do they know, and when they're speaking about other people, do they know that they're basing that off of how they got triggered? And their excuse, which is what I get tired of when anybody does this, is, oh, I'm just giving my opinion. Bro, you got triggered. You got triggered by a bulky Batman that you keep calling transgender with no evidence to back it. Now, the story could develop in the future, and this motherfucker could absolutely be a fucking transgender. And my response will be the most controversial. So, Batman still sucks, gay, straight, otherwise. This is just a terrible character. Just disastrous, ugly human being. Just a terrible character. No oomph behind that design at all.
Stop dodging the truth. It sucks. No rage bait, satire, or trolling. It's not a good story. In fact, it's an objectively bad one.
It's not how that word is used. It is a subjectively bad comic to you. It's something you don't enjoy. Fine. Not mad at you for not liking something. Can't force you to like something. But don't say just because you think it's bad that everyone else shall agree that it is bad. It's not how that works. It's not how that works, because as you clearly don't like the thing, there are people who clearly do like the thing. And there's really nothing you can do about that, and there's nothing anyone who likes it can do about you. See how I just figured this out? The dumbasses will think that their outlook on something is Pepino law, and that's where they always get in this little kerfuffle about subjectivity versus objectivity, where they always think that their opinion is the solid opinion for everything without actually grasping the realization that, hey, other people exist on the planet and they have a different opinion from me, and I have to reconcile with that, because if I don't, I'm the dumbass here? What?
The politics aside, this comic is a mediocre mess. Stop having mental breakdowns, because I don't like well-established white characters
And stop having a mental breakdown that other people like these characters
being changed to black. If someone made Storm, Black Panther, Blade, or Spawn
I have to keep saying I don't care. But hey, based off of your metric, since I don't care, no one cares. Right? That's the logic here. Since I do not care, no one cares.
you'd riot. Literally.
Mostly a protest.
Not how this went down. Again, this is using a clip without bearing the context of it.
It is not generally speaking unruly. The fires have been started.
If you have some reason as to why race swaps can't be done the other way around, feel free to give the message to your mother, because I'll be over at her house tonight. So
I'm gonna call the police that some cringy gap-toothed white guy with a crooked tooth in the front is raping my mother. I'm gonna shoot him. That's the only way I could look at this. I can't look at this any other way. Why does he care that the character is black? I don't understand. Well, I'll tell you. In recent years, before it became a trend to hate it and change your political opinions because of it, you had a collection of people who got very upset that a fucking character, fictional, is no longer its original skin color. And now it's this big controversy, because I like the way people say that word from other countries, that this character needs to be this because it's their lineage. And my response will always be, it's fiction. It's fictional.
drop for sending a massive... Before we get into this pile of dog crap, I'd like to thank the Midnight Drop for sending a massive amount of people over to my channel with his insane mental breakdowns.
Like, it's so weird how, like, people who just hate certain things, you just slap the label woke into it.
I'm retarded?
Thanks, bro. It's always cool to see some support from the disabled community. When you say I'm scared of black people, newsflash, you illiterate troglodyte. Everybody is.
The best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people. Just get the fuck away.
You can't stop looting and burning countries to the ground. Next time you're driving to work and you're enjoying your Marxist Batman comic, try not to get robbed or...
I ignored that, but now that I have to hear it again, what is Marxist about that Batman comic? It's a lot of fucking words without explaining any layer of context to those words.
or shot by your fellow brothers. To create an argument, you actually have to make some valid points. You can't just dance around throwing your arms up in the air, making weird noises like you did. It makes you look like a Neanderthal who hasn't picked up a comic except Watchmen in his entire life. Stay in your own lane and go back to anime, you low IQ mental retard.
I could have been petty. I could have kept this entire battle or beef as long as it needed to be, but I just simply stopped caring. No matter how well-spoken, how intelligent, how chill and respectful I can be towards you, my good old 15-year-old Irish dude, you are going to still see me as the stereotype, either if you mean it or you don't and you're doing this for views and clicks as you are as any other grifter. I'm going to continue reading Duke and just be at peace with myself. Which, by the way, for everybody else watching this video, I really love the Energon universe. Transformers, Duke, Scarlet, the new G.I. Joe series that just came out. I really been enjoying those series of books. I'm
I don't think that motherfucker's 15. And if he is, he deserves to get bullied.
Honestly very happy with what Image Comics is doing right now. And if they decided, hey, let's go ahead and just scrap whatever we're doing movies with G.I. Joe and Transformers and just adapt this series of books, I'd be totally happy with my life. So treat people like how you want to be treated, with respect. And I don't think that takes a Bible or a series of classes to get that entire sentiment. So yeah, love you guys.
What an eloquent fucking response. Oh my God. Why can't more people be like that instead of whatever this creature is? I want to watch another one. I miss the old Wolverine. Weren't you just dicking Wolverine down in one of these videos? Like, when did you hear Wolverine say things like this? When did you ever hear Wolverine say things like this? Weren't you just dicking him down earlier? So what is it about the old Wolverine you miss? His hacking slashing?
What do you think when I say Wolverine? You might think of the horrible
I think about Deadpool.
Fox X-Men movies, or X-Men 97's creator literally trying to make Wolverine gay, or the fact that he's become a really generic comic character in recent years. Well, he actually wasn't always like that. In 1982, the first Wolverine solo
This motherfucker looks like a predator. Ew! This motherfucker looks like he goes for kids. Like, let's be real. Look at that fucking image. Are you safe with Batman? Are you safe with Wolverine in the fucking room? This image is terrible. Oh my God. Man, I can't, bro. Buddy, y'all gotta understand, until you die, all of this is subjective, bro. All of it. The only thing that's not subjective are my infamous Leon tier list, which are law. The peak in question. Listen, I don't know about this fucking comic book. I'm just looking at the image and saying, it's just creepy as fucking fuck. The fucking finger. Come here. Come here, boy. That's the vibe from that image. Now, I'm willing to bet the story, introduction story, it's probably fucking a banger. It's probably a fucking banger. It's just that fucking image is just so funny to me. I'm sorry. It's just so fucking funny to me. But motherfucker, you gotta understand something. The more you fixate on the fact that people aren't running over each other to criticize something and they actually like it, the more you'll be at ease understanding that, hey, while you hate something, other people are going to enjoy it. This made up concept that people have created in their minds that everyone hates this thing because I hate this thing and because people on Twitter hate this thing. It's a fool's argument perpetuated by a bunch of people who are too chicken shit to actually speak to one another using their mouths and just want to speak to each other using their fucking fingers. And you could tell who's able to do that and who can't do that based on the attempts at speaking out loud with their mouths. It's disastrously not sound, if you will. So, for everyone who puffs their chest out and says everything sucks for these really lackluster reasons and they can't really figure out anything else, make your own fucking comic, please. Like, really, make your own fucking comic. I really want more people to say fuck it and just start doing things that would benefit you. You would do things that, create that conversation that, hey, there's more out there than just the mainstream. You can do that. I have faith in you. Now, if you make some shit that sucks, guess what? The same layer of really mundane criticism is now going to be applied to you. Much like you applied it to people who have been doing it longer than you. I actually hate all the heroes, basically, DCU, MCU, and I've always felt that I could do better. Sure. Go ahead and make the attempt. Sure. Go ahead and make the attempt. I just don't have skills. Oh, well, there you go. I believe in you. You could try. And if your shit sucks, hey, then you're just fucking terrible. You should probably just shut your mouth. Remember, face down, ass up. I would try one day, I think. Oh, I hate that. I hate those two words next to each other. Listen, it's either day one or one day. I'm tired of hearing about motherfuckers. Oh, one day I'm going to do this. One day I'm going to do that. One day I'm going to do it. No, just go fucking do it. Pussy! That's all you got to do. I believe in you. If you don't believe in you, just know some four fucking eyed motherfucker believes in you. And it's just that simple. And it's just that. Oh boy. The problem with people talking about was highlighted when Eric D.E.I debated a cunt named Organized Chaos. I feel like I don't even know the metric of your understanding there. But more people just got to start believing in themselves instead of doing this really weird fucking game where they don't do it. You're all fucking terrible if you choose not to believe in yourself. You must believe in you and your ability to get the job done. And if you can't do that, skill issue, move to the side. Stop talking. Stop speaking. It's not pleasurable. It's downright annoying hearing you talk. As you could clearly tell, I have nothing else to talk about. So, goodbye.